Good evening. Ira Epstein here with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Thursday, the 22nd of January, 2026. And the time right now, about 5:45 p.m. Central Time. Well, my friends, what do we have going on now? So today was the day after the Trump event at Davos. Peace, for the moment, whatever that means, between the U.S., NATO, and parts of Europe. In fact, once President Trump took off the tariffs that were going on February 1st at 10%, maybe 25% on June 1st, all of a sudden the European Union is back to ratifying the U.S. trade deal. But damage has been done. I mean, you can see how Canada's looking for big deals abroad. Argentina's even warming up, and they're our good friend with Asia. They have to for what their markets are. Trump has upset the world. He's turned things head to tail, and this is his method of doing things. However, he gets things done in the end, and you can't deny that. He set up that he wanted to get something out of Greenland. He's been offered, from now what we're hearing in the news, mineral rights there. He's been offered for places, a lot of areas to put our missiles and more defense. So at the end of the day, whether he owns it or not, if he can get the mineral rights, you might be better off that way. Who the heck knows? You have the right to defend it. So do you have to support the people? Probably not. Sometimes you win that way, and that's probably what's going on. The metal markets aren't through on the upside. You're approaching $97 an ounce in the silver. You're up to $49.64. As I said, Goldman Sachs, I was telling people earlier, they've raised their target to $5,400 in gold. Now, this is a parabolic move. Eventually, it's going to correct, and when it does and holds the correction, it gets real nasty. I don't know when that'll come. Nobody does. When you look at the energies, while you had a big break today, a little bit of a bounce, and the bonds and notes are very stable right now. Now, one of the things I'm looking at on a negative is the U.S. dollar. Has it made another short-term top? If it has, that only adds to the metal fire to the upside. When we look at the gold market, you can see how it's done. I mean, if it stayed this way through tomorrow, you're up nearly 8% for the week. That's a big gain. The market keeps climbing, and this is that parabolic that has just gone crazy to the upside. You can see it. The pattern is clearly one of higher lows on the swing line study and higher highs. That's a bull signal. The 18-day average at 45.7280 is now above the last break low. So now we can get support there on breaks. I'm not telling you it's dropping $200 an ounce to get there, actually near $400 an ounce. I'm just telling you where it's at. The market keeps running the Bollinger Band, gets over it for a day or two, gets back under it. I labeled this a long time ago, the Gorilla Glue trade, because once it latches on with an embedded reading, which it has, it's just a market that can go until it runs out of momentum. Momentum comes from world events in this case. When we take a look next at the gold-silver ratio, well, you're not back under the 50 level. That's what I'm looking for it to do in time. If it can do that, it gets very interesting. In the silver market, notice you're not at the upper Bollinger Band. So gold has taken over a little bit of gaining on the silver because of that. You do have the embedded reading. Everything is still, as I see it, bullish until the red line, and this in gold. And you can see it's 96.50 if you look at the bottom left there on the slow stochastic. Till it closes under 79, this market's in pretty good shape. In the copper market, you just missed taking out the last swing line low here by 5 points. That's missing it, though. And if the market can close back over the 18-day average, it gets back into a bullish confrontation. It's been momentum-wise correcting. It's got the bias down, but the swing line up. Not the place to be at this point in time. Platinum, up and away. You can see this right now. For the week, you're up almost 4%. But the important thing is just getting back to overbought. It could embed from here by Tuesday of next week, and that might carry the market over the Bollinger Band if it does. Right now, nah, I don't think so. And here's a market that I'm concerned about. The dollar index had a big outside day down today. It also put the market with lower highs, lower lows, and momentum turning down. That gets me into the bear camp in the market until this high is taken out. If you take that high out, it's a failure of two things. Number one, trying to break down. Number two, of the outside day down. And mentioning that to you is important because one of the courses I have is about outside days. And you learn on an outside day, is it a change of pattern course or is it a continuation pattern? It's so darn important. And what the market does with those highs and lows is crucial. So I created a 9-video chapter course. I walk you through how this comes about, and they come about often. What it means is it tell you come into the market with more position or cut back, the market's giving you a warning. I cover in the course stocks, futures, ETFs so that you get comfortable with it. You get the charting software you see me using here. You get access to my updates, the morning videos for both the stocks and the futures, so you get to see how it works for everything. How do you work with it? Simple. You go to iraepstein.com. When you're there, look at the word courses and away you go. There'll be an icon up here. If you move your cursor, you'll see it. Give that a click. As you know, on YouTube here, you can click there. It'll take you. Or iraepstein.com. In the meantime, I'm Ira. You have yourself a great evening. Watch the other videos, and I'll catch up with you in the morning. Take care.